Hi, everybody. It's Dana Brigman, and one of my favorite things is the free promotions from Young Living. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to have this group be separate so we can talk about this stuff and name the names. So, this month is all about love and the heart, right? It's February, it's Valentine's, and it's all about the heart, the emotions, romance, love, many of those things. So you're going to see a lot of people doing classes on things like male and female relationships and hormones and libido and all that kind of fun stuff. But I'm going to try to start bringing these things back to what can we do for our dogs. We don't always think that our dogs have hormones, but they do. Even those dogs that have been spayed or neutered may need some care in the hormone department from time to time. So let's take a look at what is free this month in the February promotions. We know that we get free shipping anytime we spend 100 PV. For those of you that are new, don't understand those terms, go check out a video that will come soon to tell you all about that. If you're on Essential Rewards, you get a free bottle of patchouli when you spend 190 PV. So let's see what patchouli does for us. And y'all, I am scrolling through my notes. Many of you are going to think of it as sort of that interesting smell from the 70s, right? And there'll be a lot of information about that. So let's take a look at patchouli. We can use it in our outdoor sprays to keep those critters away that we really don't love and that annoy and agitate you and the dog. So that's a good one to pop in there. It can also be relaxing. It can be beneficial to the digestive system when things are a little upset and a little rumbly and we want to calm that down, or feelings of being nauseous. It can be part of our itchy, scratchy sprays to help relieve the skin and to help soothe that when things are a little uncomfortable. We can also put it directly on our skin. So, dog mama, you might add it to your facial serums or to your lip balms and things that you want to do to keep your lips smooth, especially in those winter months when they tend to get dry. We could do something similar and include that in the paw balms or the nose balms that we're creating for our dogs. So it's wonderful for that type of soothing skin, for the skin that gets dry and cracked. So patchouli is a great thing to have on hand for both you and the dog. Ylang-ylang is next. Everybody would get that if they spend 190. The patchouli comes as a bonus for those that are on Essential Rewards. So ylang-ylang is one that I actually use pretty much daily. And it's kind of very sweet in its smell. But you will find it in things like a Hawaiian lei. That's where it comes across the most. And you might see it, one of the history notes says that it's sprinkled across the wedding beds in Indonesia. So it's very romantic, very sensual type oil. But it's also super beneficial for the heart. So think that cardiovascular system and keeping things regular, keeping things in balance and not sort of overdoing the overtaxation of how the circulatory system works. Emotionally, it helps bring balance to heart energy between beings, right? So an alignment of heart energy or a reset of heart energy between animals, between humans, and between human and animal. So I use it daily for things that I need care for, and in those same principles of cardiovascular support and the regulation of our cardiovascular needs, ylang ylang can be used to help with those issues. And again, it too can be part of support for the digestive care. We then move up to stress away. So if we're spending 250 PV, we get not only the ylang ylang and the free shipping and the bonus of patchouli if we're on Essential Rewards, but now we get a free bottle of Stress Away, a big bottle, a 15 milliliter bottle of Stress Away. Now, what's fabulous about that? One, everybody loves it. Two, your dog is going to love it too. I'm scrolling so I can find my notes. So Stress Away, what's in it? It has, sorry, I'm multitasking. Stress Away. It has in it a little bit of lavender, cedarwood, and those two come together super well, right? Cedarwood is extremely high in sesquiterpenes. Now, I heard somebody pronounce it last night, sesquiterpenes, and that was new to me. So I'm going to have to think about that and figure out which one it really is, because I trust the resource that said it, but that is going to be a hard thing for me to adjust to saying sesquiterpenes. But cedarwood is the highest of essential oils in sesquiterpenes or sesquiterpenes. And what that means is that it really is about that sort of calming, earthy groundedness and bringing in sort of that calming energy. I'm going to scroll over and tell you what the official definition of sesquiterpenes really is, if I can find it. Y'all, this is why me figuring out my notes is a whole different ball game. Where did it go? I'll come back to it in a minute. Anyway, also in here is lime. Lime is very high in limonene, which is a primary constituent in many of our citrus oils. And what does that do? It's bright, it's uplifting, it is about happiness and feeling calm, feeling good, right? About the energy around us. It also has acacia in it and a little bit of vanilla. And when you smell Stress Away, you're going to pick up on that vanilla scent. So this oil does what the name calls it to do. And where we can use it for our dogs is when they're under stress. Think transport from a foster home or the shelter to a new location, or going to the veterinarian, or the thunder starts to roll, right? Or somebody's coming in the house to do some work and your dog's a little uncomfortable. Any of those moments where your dog starts to feel Stress Away, just like for you, can be calming and aligning and sort of a reset to bring back to center. Now, I'll remind you here that when you are under stress, your dog is likely to be as well. They might not show it to the same degree, but they will pick up your energy. So if you're feeling stressed yourself and a need to have that for you, you might just share a little bit with your dog for them as well. And then remember all those times that we're going to take them and put them in new situations or environments that they are a little uncomfortable with. Stress Away might be a great oil. I love the cedarwood part of it. I love the lime part of it, but what I find is that many of our dogs will self-select cedarwood when they are anxious. I see it a lot in my separation anxiety cases. And I even sometimes see it in those fear-aggressive dogs where they will self-select cedarwood as an oil that they will start to really like lick off my hands or want to just have more of. And so again, looking at how these oils of cedar wood and lime and vanilla and lavender and copaiba and acacia all start to synergize together for an extremely powerful calming blend. Okay. The next one up, I actually don't have a lot of information on. I need to go do that. One Heart was an essential oil that was available at convention, and they're bringing it as a gift for February. Obviously, Valentine's, all things of the heart, right? But what I do know about the intent behind this is to bring energies together, to really think about how we as beings, all beings, are interconnected, intertwined, integrated. We're all sort of here collectively. We are not independent of each other in the grand scheme of things. And this oil is about bringing a synergy to that alignment and the collectiveness of all of us together. So I think this would be a beautiful essential oil to bring to a dog that has maybe been through abandonment, been through loss, maybe has been rehomed for whatever reasons and is feeling like they are not connected, that they are not bonded with someone yet. Or perhaps the dogs in the pack are not in alignment with each other. I think this would be an oil that would be really awesome to be part of that alignment of energies coming together. And then we have sacred frankincense, which is without doubt one of my favorites. I actually don't love the smell. I love its benefits. Okay, so it is different from our typical frankincense in that it is from a different species of the tree. It has many of the same properties of support for spirituality, support for tissue of the skin, cells of the body, mind, brain, all of those benefits that we tend to think about, just in perhaps a different makeup of constituents and a little more sacredness to it, if for lack of being able to describe it any better. One of the things that we tend to use this for would be those of us who overthink, those of us who just sort of get stuck in the what if, why, how, when, who, and we just overthink things. And our dogs can do that too. Our dogs can get themselves stuck in sort of a rut of thinking or a rut of emotion, and something like sacred frankincense can be really extremely beneficial to that. It is very good for brain health, right? For all things associated with our neurological systems, right? So there are some fabulous, powerful, wonderful essential oils that are all free to you this month. And for those of you not yet on Essential Rewards and wondering why you should, everybody should. It is where we get an opportunity to try some really amazing oils that you might not otherwise buy for yourself. Though I have never found it to be an oil that I would not or could not use, meaning They are timely, they are purposeful, they are useful to everybody, and it is something that we all ultimately want to have in our collection. And for somebody like me with ylang ylang and frankincense and stress away, man, I use these all the time. So to have them free this month is a real bonus, a real benefit, a gift to me. And when we look at doing this, and you think, oh, that's a big spend to get a free bottle of essential oil. What we're looking at is spending about $300, right? PV is almost dollar for dollar in most products. We spend about $300 and we get $208 free, right? That's a big amount of free money, free product. And that's what happens month after month is we wind up getting a little over 50% of the value in free gifts. Right? We spend money and then we get a little more than 50% of what we've spent back in free gifts. Not to mention our essential rewards points if we happen to be on that program. So the freebies are available to everyone, even if you just happen to be a retail customer or a wholesale customer and you're just buying products from time to time. What I wish somebody had told me years ago was about all of this, because I missed many a freebie because I wouldn't buy consistently month after month, and I would make a big stockpile order at some point in the future and I would get some free stuff. But let's say I was going to spend $600, right? If I did part of it on my essential rewards order and part of it on a shop order, I get these freebies again, right? I can't get the essential reward bonus free the second time, but I can get the other products free twice or 3 times if I wound up placing a big order for an event I was going to or something. So you have to weigh that against, would you rather have one of the freebies and your ER points, or would you rather get these freebies again? So you got to sometimes think about that, but you can actually get the freebies more than once. So everything that's available in this month's Essential Rewards order, I'm sorry, that's wrong. Everything that's available in this month's free promotions is usable by you and your dog. There's nothing in here that can't be shared with your dog. So go shopping, and we'll chat with you soon.